Yum. Yes, you really caught on to especially my first album. 1988, I came here a couple times and played some clubs, and each time I'd go through Checkpoint Charlie, we'd give him cassettes and t-shirts, and it'd be okay. But it was always, it was that thing, and we'd go look at the wall, and we'd look at the soldiers. And then, and then 1989, I released my second album, Brave and Crazy. And I went on tour in Europe in October and November. And I was booked. I was booked in Hanover in November 8th. And so I remember doing the gig, and it was a very interesting time, 1989 over here, very interesting. So many of you were speaking out and demanding change, being so brave, so brave. And so there I was on November 8th. After the show, I got into my bus, and my tour manager was German. And so he was listening to the radio, and he goes, "Oh, Melissa, things are a little tense." He said, "We're going to drive to Berlin tonight because we had the next day off, and I had a show November 10th, 1989. He said, "So things were a little tense, and I don't know what's going to happen. So we're just going to go to sleep. And if they start shooting, we'll turn around and go back." I know. So I didn't know what was going to happen. And I went to bed that night. And the bus rolled along down the corridor. And all of a sudden, early in the morning, I noticed the bus had stopped, and it would just move really slow. I mean, it's like super slow, like 5 miles an hour, maybe. I didn't know what was going on. And I got out of my bunk. I went up to the top, up to the front where the bus driver was. And I looked around and I said, "What's going on?" It was November 9th. And the world was changing. And I was stuck in a traffic jam. I was stuck in a glorious traffic jam of Trubies. They were all coming over from the east side into West Berlin. Yeah. Oh yeah, change. And we rolled into Berlin. Oh, and it was electric. It was very, very exciting. And I looked around, and as we were coming in, they were giving all the East Germans coffee and 40 Deutschmarks. And people were everywhere, staring at everything. Motorcycles, bananas. Oh, change was in the air. And so we all naturally were drawn down to the wall. And there I saw it. Change was happening. All the soldiers, they were lined up on top of the wall, but they had no guns. And by that evening, they stepped down. Oh, they stepped down, and the Germans tore down that wall. Oh my goodness, and you still inspire me. You still inspire me. It's like I was there. I was there. It's like every time I think about it, I'm back there. Every time I get down, every time I think maybe the evil is too strong. Every time I look at my country and say, what's going on? I know that people can change anything. Anything. And so I joined you that night because I was in town. I joined you at a free concert. It was free, and it was, oh my God, there was thousands and thousands of you there. There was Germans everywhere celebrating. And I took the stage, and I was just a wee young thing. And I took the stage, and I remember looking out, and I could tell the difference. I could tell the West Germans from the East Germans, because the West Germans were like, yeah, 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 yeah. And the East Germans were like, they had never seen a rock concert. They had never celebrated. Oh, but that night we were celebrating. And I got to sing this song, and it was off of my new album, Brave and Crazy. And I shared it with you. And I said these words, Frieden, oh, peace and freedom, now und für immer. Yeah, now and forever, I want to testify. Mornings hard, coffee's cold, pretending that the days mean more than getting old. Stale headlines, others drenched in pride, marching to their drum with fear standing beside. But if I close my eyes and throw back my head, I can see his face, and I hear the words he said, and my memories ache, and my senses burn. Did he dream too late? Will we ever learn? I want to testify. My love still lives and breathes, and my soul is screaming why. The thoughts won't let me sleep. Don't let hearts break. Don't let children cry before it gets too late. I want to testify. I take what's said as my daily bread. I turn the page and I turn my head. I pick, I choose on the evening news. Cause by cause they fight, one by one they lose. Must I live my days in these concrete ways? Will the fire break through this smoky haze? And I swear tonight I'm gonna find that place. It's not the love that dies, but the understanding ways. I want to testify. My love still lives and breathes, and my soul is screaming why. My thoughts won't let me sleep. Don't let hearts break. Don't let children cry before it gets too late. I want to testify. Rip through the wire that screams in my window. Throw open the shades that cover my mind. I am going to touch. I've got to believe the best.